Attention Helldivers, it is Commander J, and today we're going to be looking into the Plas 1 Scorcher and the Plas 101 Purifier to see which one of these two weapons is the better plasma weapon. Now let's start with the Plas 1 Scorcher, since I have the most experience with this weapon and it so happens to be my favorite weapon in the game. The Plas 1 Scorcher comes with 100 ballistic damage of AP2 and 100 explosion damage of AP3. This is great against medium enemies because even if you have bad aim, like me, you'll still be able to do damage to these medium enemies because of that sweet explosive damage. This is also great against durable armor since durable armor does nothing against explosives. Now if you're new and don't know what durable armor even is, don't worry, there's a lot of different resources that you can use to understand durable armor and know what it does. But for now, you don't really need to know that, and I can explain it in another video because then this video is going to take forever. But that's enough stats. Let's see how this weapon handles in the battlefield. Now against the bots, this does great. It can take out most enemies pretty quickly, taking out heavy devastators in just a couple of shots, and can even take out scout striders in just a few hits to the dome. You don't even have to aim for a weak spot. Just 3 shots to the face and it will be down. This is also great against heat sink weak spots, being able to take out tanks, hulks, and even those tower turrets or whatever the heck they're called. Now the only real downside is the lack of ammo. It only comes with 5 spare mags with 20 each, so you will have to be hogging the resupply quite constantly. So if you're going to be on team, it is best to bring in a supply pack to keep yourself fully stocked. But if you're going on a solo mission, you really don't have to do that. You could just call in the resupply whenever you need it, honestly. Or just go out looking for POIs and looking for those ammo boxes scattered around. Now against the bots, I believe this is an S tier weapon, being able to take down almost every single enemy in the bot front. And even though it does have a little ammo problem, it is not that big of a deal and can easily be handled with a supply pack. Now, against the Illuminate, this will be the weapon for killing Overseers, being able to take them out in a few shots, probably about 4 or 5. And it's not a horde clear by any means, so you will need to bring something to clear out the hordes of Voteless, and something to take out flesh mobs and harvesters. But overall, it is a great way to deal with Overseers, since they're the only enemy that requires such firepower. Everything else can really be handled with the Stalwart. But it is not a bad pick against the Illuminate. Now against the bugs, this is also a great option for you. This again does suffer from the same problem of low ammo. However, it can take out most enemies really quickly in just a few shots. And if you have something that will be able to handle the hordes of hunters, especially predator strains, then this weapon will be a great part of your kit. It'll be able to take out bio spewers on higher difficulties and be able to take down hive guards pretty easily. This is also great against charger butts since they are durable, and as I stated before, explosion damage completely ignores the durability of any enemy body part. So this would be great against killing chargers, since you only have to bust their ass for them to not be able to walk and eventually bleed out. Now the Plas 1 Scorcher is pretty good against all fronts. Honestly, better against the bots than the other factions. But how does this pair up against the Plas 101 Purifier? Now, I forgot to mention this in the first part, but the Plas 1 Scorcher can be unlocked on the last page of the Mobilized Warbond. Now let's get on to the Plas 101's Purifier.
Dumbass also forgot to mention, Purifier is in the Polar Patriots Warband.
The Purifier has a ballistic damage of 100, explosive damage of 75, uncharged. And charged, it does 200 ballistic damage and 300 explosive damage. This means that it is a versatile weapon and can do more damage whenever you need it to. Now, there is a little bit of a skill cap on this gun. You need to know when and where to charge. You need to choose the right times, right targets. So that is a thing you will have to keep in mind when using this weapon. Having enemies swarm you while you're desperately trying to charge a weapon just to kill a single scavenger is not really the best idea. So just keep in mind that there is some skill to be used with this gun. Now to get started with the Illuminate, this is a great horde clearing weapon. It's great for crowd control. It has large AoE damage. It'll be able to take out a couple voteless in one charge shot, about 5 if they're really crowded up, or 2 if they're more spread out. This is also great against the overseers, being able to be taken down in 2 shots, any variety. And against the flesh mobs, this is not really the best weapon, but then again, there isn't any weapon that is good against the flesh mobs. These flesh mobs are just bullet sponges, and that's all they'll ever be. But if you let a flesh mob in less than 1 mag, if you use full charge shots. Overall, against the Illuminate, this is a really good weapon for using against overseers, flesh mobs, and especially the voteless horde. It'll be able to take them out pretty easily. Again, do keep in mind that there are only 15 shots per mag, and you only have 6 spare mags, so you might be running out of ammo, but it's not as bad as the Scorcher. However, you might want to still be bringing out the supply bag. Now, against the bots, I initially did not like it, but I feel like that's more of me being bad at using the gun than the gun itself. When you know how to use it, it is really useful, being able to take down Devastators in 3 shots, and also having the ability to take out Shredders in just a single shot to the face. This once again can take out groups of troopers, and will be able to take them out pretty easily, and will be exceptionally great at taking out those troopers manning those guns in the turrets, or the bunker things, the little bunker emplacements. So is a Scorcher, but I found that the Purifier is actually more effective at doing that. And just like the Scorcher, the Purifier can also go for heatsink weak spots and be able to take them out pretty easily, if not even faster than the Scorcher. And speaking of the Purifier being better than the Scorcher, when taking on gunships, the Purifier only has to hit 2 full charge shots at the gunship's engines, while the Scorcher, you basically have to dump like a mag and a half. It can take it down, but it's not that good at it. Whereas the Purifier, only 2 shots, you're done. Overall, I would say this is an A tier weapon just because it does have a little bit of skill that you need to develop. But if you can manage to develop that skill, it is a great weapon against the bots. Now, against the bots, again, it is a great horde clear and will be able to take out multiple enemies out at once. Against the warriors, you'll be able to take them out in 2 shots that are not charged and 1 shot that is charged, and you'll be able to even take out multiple warriors with a single charge round. This will also be great against chargers, since you'll only need 3 charge shots to take out their ass. And for Biospheres and Nursing Spears,
Come on, my thing's picking.
Now, with all of that said, you may be wondering which of these 2 weapons is the best, and there really isn't a definitive answer to this question. It really just depends on your preferences and your skill set. If you want something easy to use and is really more focused on single targets, then the Scorcher is the one for you. But if you want something that has a little bit of extra kick whenever you need it and can deal with hordes of enemies, then the Purifier will be your best option. Again, it kind of depends on what your playstyle is and your skill set. The most important part of any game, really, in my opinion, is to always have fun when playing around. Video games are a way to relax, even though sometimes it can get you more frustrated. But I believe that if you have fun, that's what mostly matters, and that is no different in Helldivers. Especially, I believe it is more important in Helldivers than in any other games. So, if you want something simple, go with the Scorcher. If you want something that requires a little bit more skill but has a lot more power behind it, then I would say take the Purifier. It doesn't really matter which one you take. Both of them are great weapons, although if you know how to use the Purifier, it does outperform the Scorcher, but then again, the Scorcher is way easier to use and about as versatile. So it all depends on your skill set and what you think is more fun, but leaning more towards the Purifier. But anyway, those are my thoughts, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Commander J out.
Have a taste
A Bio Titan? What do you mean a Bio Titan? What do you mean there's a Bio Titan just came out of the ground? What? Bit of perfect run as well. It's so stupid. It's almost all my runs. Like, I can do pretty well, and then I always make one stupid mistake, like one simple stupid mistake, and it ruins my entire run. Like no death run. Like I still do it. Like it's funny because like I'll die once, and then after that I take everything like a champ. Like I'm still trying to do no death, even though I already failed that mission. But like I end up doing like this 2/3 of the mission like without dying.